Naughty all the time. She woke one Sunday morning and looked out of the window.
Looks like a nice day for being naughty.
That Sunday, Mr. Uppity was out for his morning snack.
I'm going to knock this up. You see what?
From behind the wall, Miss Naughty knocked Mr. Uppity's hat off his head with a walking stick. My hat! Mr. Douse had put a turkey in the oven for lunch. A rather large turkey.
Oh, yeah, fancy that turkey and some pieces.
Oh, get it into all this. I'm about to eat my delicious lunch. Hello? Hey. Oh, no! Poor Mr. Douse. A sausage isn't much of a lunch when you've been looking forward to a whole turkey, is it? And do you know what she did that evening? She went to an expensive restaurant and ordered all the most expensive food on the menu.
Yeah, olives, oysters, caviar, fish salmon, T-bone steak, raw done, 2 cake chips, lemon meringue pie, and your best bottle of lemonade.
And do you know what she did next? She set the bill to Mr. Moon. Naughty girl. What a spot. The next day, she met Mr. Worry.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh, I see. What is the problem then?
Well, look to me, she's got measles. Your face is covered in spots.
Oh, dear. She worried off to see Dr. Milky-Way. Dr. Milky-Way listened to Mr. Worry's tale and took a mirror from his drawer. Oh, there's no spots. What a thing to say to me when it wasn't true.
Oh, what a lovely day. You're not even going to tell yet.
The Mr. Men decided to hold a meeting. Something helps to the garden, announced Mr. Uppity, showing him his bent head. Mr. Greedy paused. Yes, he cleared his throat and said, no idea. Well, I have, piped up Mr. Worry. I know what that naughty little girl needs, and I know who can do it. Really? Who? What? Oh, that would be telling, wouldn't it? Chuckled Mr. Worry, and went off to see a friend of his. Someone who could do impossible things, like making himself invisible. That afternoon, Mr. Nosey was asleep under a tree. Little Miss Naughty crept towards him with a pot of paint in one hand and a princess in the other, and a rather large grin on her face.
I'm going to paint you in the bush nose, Fred.
But, just as she was about to do this dreadful deed, something happened. The brush jumped out of her hand, dipped itself into the pot of red paint, and began to chase little Miss Naughty down the road. Somebody invisible was holding the brushy pot. I wonder who. Mr. Cherry was waiting for a bus. All alone when, behind his back, little Miss Naughty crept up quietly. She had a balloon in one hand and a pin in the other. Oh, she couldn't do that to poor, nervous Mr. Jelly, could she? Oh, yes, she could.
He went off jump when his balloon goes pop.
But just as she was about to make the balloon go pop, something happened. The balloon began to go larger and larger as somebody invisible blew more air into it. Miss Naughty began to lift off the ground. She sailed away, up and over the trees, on the balloon, until a bird picked it. Poor Miss Naughty. She fell into the duck pond. Mr. Lazy was in bed, fast asleep. Outside his house, little Miss Naughty stood by the front door. She raised her hand. Oh, she couldn't get the naughtiest of door and wake up poor Mr. Lazy. Not at 6 o'clock in the morning. She couldn't. Oh, yes, she could.
When I make you angry, go to the up this early.
But just before she did, guess what? That naughty girl felt someone who was invisible tweak her nose. Hard. And then her nose was tweaked again.
Oh! Oh! Get off! No! It's not fair!
And little Miss Eddie ran home holding her nose. And after that, she was cured. No naughtiness at all. Mr. Worry went round to thank his invisible friend. Hello, Mr. Impossible, he said. Thank you for helping to cure poor little Miss Naughty. My pleasure, laughed Mr. Impossible. But it didn't take a week. Yes, yes indeed. And the tweet, he said. It was one of those beautiful summer mornings that everybody likes to see. In Forget-Me-Not Cottage, the owner was fast asleep, Mr. Forgetful. He was having a dream. Then the sun streaming through the window woke up Mr. Forgetful. He yawned. Stretched his arms and tried to remember what he'd been dreaming about. But of course he couldn't. Because Mr. Forgetful can't remember anything. Anything at all. Ever. Mr. Forgetful got out of bed and went to wash his face. But he'd forgotten where the bathroom was in his house. And you know what he did? He walked into the wardrobe. Oh, silly me, he giggled to himself. Eventually, of course, Mr. Forgetful found his bathroom and washed his face. He even remembered to clean his teeth. Then he went downstairs to make himself some breakfast. Toasted some bread. But, of course, he forgot about it. And it was burnt. He boiled himself an egg. But, of course, he forgot about it, and it was hard-boiled. Mr. Forgetful had burnt toast and hard-boiled eggs for breakfast every day. It was such a lovely day, Mr. Forgetful decided to walk down to the village to buy a stamp for a letter he'd written 3 weeks ago that he'd forgotten to post. So off he set. And did he remember to shut the door of Forget-Me-Not Cottage behind him? Of course he didn't. Morning, Mr. Forgetful, said Mrs. Parcel in the village post office. What can I do for you this fine morning? Oh, I'd like to, I've forgotten, he said. A stamp? Suggested Mrs. Parcel, looking at the letter Mr. Forgetful was carrying. Yes, just a stamp. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember not to forget. Mr. Forgetful. Mrs. Parcel smiled. She was used to Mrs. Forgetful. Mr. Forgetful had some more shopping to do, but could he remember what it was that he was supposed to remember not to forget to shop for? Of course he couldn't. So he decided to go home. On his way, he met the village policeman going the other way. Morning, Mr. Forgetful, said the policeman. Will you give Farmer Fields a message from me on your way home, please? Farmer Fields had a farm not very far from Forgetful Cottage. Tell him there's a sheep loose in the lane, said the policeman. Poor Mr Forgetful. He'd never had a message to remember in his life before. There's a sheep loose in the lane, said the policeman. Trying to remember the message and hurried along. Sheep loose in the lane, a sheep loose in the lane. A sheep loose in the lane, a sheep loose in the lane. Forgetful repeated the message over and over to himself. Eventually, he arrived at the farm and found Farmer Fields. Mr. Fields, he said, there's a goose asleep in the rain. Farmer Fields couldn't believe his ears. A goose asleep in the rain? Repeated Farmer Fields slowly. But I don't have any goose. And anyway, it isn't raining. You sure this is a message? Poor Mr. Forgetful. He got it all wrong. And he couldn't remember how to get it all right. Simply couldn't remember at all. So off he went home. Poor Mr. Forgetful. Mr. Forgetful walked away from Farmer Fields' farm, feeling very sorry for himself. Remember things, he thought. He was so busy feeling sorry for himself that he didn't see that there was a sheep loose in the lane. He bumped into it and fell over. Bother! Bah! How silly that there was a sheep loose in the lane, thought Mr. Forgetful. And then he remembered the message. He jumped up and ran back along the lane to the farm as fast as he could. Mr. Fields! Mr. Fields! He called as he ran into the farmyard. Mr. Fields! Billy! Oh, Billy Goose asleep in the rain. He'd forgotten again. Mr. Fields stretched his foot. Come with me. Come on, cried Mr. Forgetful, and pulled Farmer Fields back along the lane until they came to the sheep that was loose. There it is, cried Mr. Forgetful. A goose! And then he stopped. Oh, there, it was a mouse. That was not a goose, is it? That's a sheep. With black. I think, smiled Farmer Fields, that you're the goose. Even the sheep started to laugh. It was so funny. Later that day, Mr. Forgetful sat down in his favourite armchair in Forget-Me-Not Cottage to think about what a funny day it had been. And he giggled. The more he thought about that goose asleep in that goose asleep in the train. Oh dear. He'd forgotten again.